Welcome. This WebQuest is called Variations of Traits in Flowers. It's for grade levels 3 to 5 and it's for science. And it is presented by Kristen Anderson. Welcome, third graders. This week we're going to be helping out the magazine National Geographic. Why do they need your help? Well, they are trying to discover which of California's native flowers is best adapted to its environment. We all know that adapted means that the flowers have changed or modified to meet certain conditions. In this case, the flowers have changed to survive in California. National Geographic is going to identify and photograph the flowers that are most suited for the Californian environment. Since California is so big and has so many environments, there are going to be a lot of flowers to choose from. This is where you guys come in. You will do the research for National Geographic. Are you ready to begin? Good. Let's get started. First, let's go over what is expected of you for this project, or, in other words, the task. You will first be put into groups, and your groups are going to have to pick a specific area in California that you want to focus on. Since California is already broken into counties, 58 to be exact, we will all narrow our search by picking a county to work with. Next, your group will research the flowers that are native to your county. We all learned earlier this year that native means that the flowers originated or started in that area. After you have researched different flowers, your group will research how they have adapted to their area and environment. Don't forget, good researchers and scientists always record their work. Finally, your group will pick a flower you think is best adapted. You will create some sort of diagram to present to the class. National Geographic is going to be looking for certain criteria, so make sure you include flower name, both common and scientific, an image, and adaptations that allow this flower to flourish. You're going to present the diagram to the class and explain why your flower is the best adapted. The goal is to convince the class and National Geographic that your flower is the best, so make sure to be persuasive. Now, the process of this project can be a little daunting, so let's go over it together. If you have any questions, remember to raise your hands or wait till the end of the presentation. First, you're going to use one of these links to pick a county. As long as it's in California, you can use it. If some groups pick the same county, that's okay. There are going to be plenty of flowers to choose from. Like I mentioned before, good researchers and scientists record their work. So don't forget to write down which county you are working with. We wouldn't want to forget later. Now that your group has your county, but what is the environment like? Do you remember what environment means? Correct. The surroundings, the conditions, and the influences of an area. Use the links below to research your county's environment, and don't forget to record what you find. By now, you have gathered quite a bit of information, but we aren't done yet. You now need to find out what native flowers grow in your county. Use the links to find the native flowers that grow in your county. Man, there are a lot of flowers. Since we have a deadline, you will only research and learn about 4 native flowers. Flowers, like people, sometimes have nicknames, so make sure to include both the scientific and common names of your flowers. Now, I know all of you are doing well keeping track of all the information you have collected. However, you may want to use a graphic organizer or even the table I have provided to keep your notes organized and neat. After nicely recording which flowers you are focusing on, you will need to learn about how they have adapted. Use the sites below. It might help to look for keywords when doing your research. I would suggest maybe looking for characteristics like sunlight needed, water needed, roots, and maybe even flower structure. Don't forget to record your information. If you are using the table I have provided, I have filled in some more headings to help you out. Phew! The research and hard part is done. As a group, Review the 4 flowers you have been studying. Pick one flower from your research that the group thinks is best adapted to the environment of your county. After choosing the one flower, you'll need to create some sort of visual aid to present to the class. You can do diagrams, posters, or if you come up with another way, just check with me first. On your visual aid, make sure you include scientific and common name of the flower, an image, and an explanation of why the flower is best adapted. Finally, you're going to present this to the class and National Geographic. Remember, you're trying to be convincing. Good luck. Now, I'm sure you will all do an amazing job and that you're all putting your best work forward. But just so there's no confusion later, here's how the project will be graded. As you can see, I have provided a rubric, which you may want to go over in more depth later. I'm going to be looking for the following things. First, I'm going to be looking for recorded research. This includes notes, tables, and any graphic organizers that you have used. Check to see which ones are good and which ones are not. Also, I'm going to be grading you on the presentation. This is how you present, as well as your visual aid. Make sure everything's clear and everyone presents. Finally, I'm going to be grading you on group work. This is how your group worked together and how they did the presentation. Make sure you work well and all participate. Finally, in conclusion, I would like to say I hope you all learned a lot about how different areas have different plants and some reasons behind this. By using different websites, you were able to discover what flowers are native to what counties of California and how they have adapted to their environment. National Geographic is very impressed with your results and the scientific way you went about attaining them. They would like to thank you for all of your hard work. Who knows? What will they need researched next time? Finally, I did a teacher page, which talks to the teachers about how long it would take. I put normally 2 weeks, and then the standards. This particular WebQuest meets the standard 3LS3, which is hereditary, inheritance, and variations of traits. I would like to thank Charlene Stone for connecting me with WebQuest, and also the EDUU512, which was a great resource. Other than that, all the images and work was mine. Thanks. Have a great day.